The stage is officially set for the biggest blockbuster matchup of the World Cup quarterfinals. Tomorrow night in Boston, it is a historic rematch packed with pressure, geopolitical tension, and pure footballing revenge. France versus Morocco. The last time these two heavyweights crossed paths in a World Cup knockout match, Les Blues ended the Moroccan fairy tale in Qatar with a brutal 2-0 semi-final win. But this is 2026. The Atlas Lions are back, they are undefeated, and they want blood. Meanwhile, France enters as the absolute tournament betting favorites to lift the trophy. In this video, we are breaking down everything you need to know from a betting perspective. I'm giving you the best side pick, a highly calculated game total play, and two absolute locks for player props that the sportsbooks have completely mispriced. If you want to cash your tickets tomorrow, make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and let's dive straight into the numbers. Let's start with the tournament favorites, France. Didier Deschamps' men have been the absolute standout team of this entire World Cup cycle. They have won all 6 of their matches in regular time, racking up a massive 17 goals along the way. They swept through the group stage, routed Sweden 3-0, and then ground out a tight 1-0 win against Paraguay to book their ticket to Boston. Statistically, France has generated a commanding 9.79 expected goals in this tournament. Their attacking depth is unparalleled, and they know exactly how to manage the pressure of deep tournament runs. However, as we saw in the Paraguay game, when a team plays a highly disciplined, physical match, France can be made to work incredibly hard for 90 minutes. They aren't invincible, but their clinical edge is what separates them from the rest of the world. Now let's flip the script to Morocco. The public looks at the betting lines and assumes they are just the lucky underdogs again. But sportsbooks are heavily disrespecting how lethal this team has become under their new manager, Mohamed Wabi. When Wabi took over from Walid Regragui back in March, many wondered if Morocco would lose their defensive identity. Instead, they evolved. They aren't just parking the bus anymore. Wabi has implemented a brilliant high-pressing transition system. They proved it by knocking out the Netherlands in the round of 32, and then absolutely dismantling Canada 3-0 in the round of 16. They enter this quarterfinal completely unbeaten in tournament play. The big story to watch leading up to kickoff is their brilliant midfield engine, Ismail Saibari. He has been dealing with some hamstring tightness, and his availability is the massive X factor. If Saibari plays, Morocco has the tactical capability to trap France's midfielders and launch immediate, lethal counters through Brahim Diaz. Alright, let's get into the official card. Where are we putting our money for the side pick? For our primary side play, we are backing France on the 3-way 90-minute money line at -180. Look, I love what Morocco has built under Wabi, and they are the first African team in football history to reach back-to-back World Cup quarterfinals. They're going to make France fight for every single blade of grass. But in a high-stakes quarterfinal, experience and squad depth decide the final whistle. France hasn't needed extra time once in this tournament. Deschamps can bring world-class game-changers off the bench in the 70th minute when opposing legs tire. Morocco has played an incredibly intense, physical tournament, and that fatigue will catch up to their backline late in the second half. Lock in France to get the job done in regular time. Next up is the game total. FanDuel has the line sitting right at 2.5 goals, with the under favorite at -119. The casual public loves to bet the over because of the superstar attackers on the pitch, but the smart money is looking elsewhere. The official play here is under 2.5 goals at -119. Knockout football is all about risk mitigation. While France has shown massive explosive power, they were held to a 1-0 grind against Paraguay because knockout spaces shrink. Morocco boasts an incredibly organized defensive block that has only given up a few goals all summer. Neither team will want to overextend in the opening 45 minutes. Expect a highly tactical first half where both sides feel each other out. This match has a textbook 1-0 or 2-0 French victory written all over it, staying comfortably beneath the total. To round out the card, we have found two massive mispricings in the player prop market that you need to exploit right now. Prop number 1, Kylian Mbappe anytime goal scorer at plus 110. Getting the world's most lethal finisher at plus money in a World Cup knockout match is an automatic play. Mbappe is France's designated penalty taker, which heavily protects this bet even if the game is a defensive grind. He scored the game winner against Paraguay, and he loves the bright lights of Foxborough. Prop number 2, Achraf Hakimi over 1.5 tackles won. This is an absolute statistical mismatch. Hakimi is playing right back, meaning he is directly responsible for containing Mbappe and Bradley Barcola on France's left wing. France channels over 40% of their attacking transitions down that exact side. Hakimi will have endless opportunities to make challenges, making 2 tackles one a very low bar to clear over 90 minutes. France comes into this one as the clear favorite to win in 90 minutes, mainly because of their superior depth, experience, and quality across the pitch. That said, Morocco is absolutely not a team you can take lightly, because their aggressive system, high energy, and willingness to press can make this a much tougher matchup than it looks on paper. If Morocco can disrupt France early and force them into a sloppy rhythm, this could turn into a far more dangerous game than many people expect. From a prediction standpoint, this feels like it could be a low-scoring battle, with the under 2.5 goals looking like the strongest angle. France should have enough firepower to edge it, and Kylian Mbappe is the most likely name to get on the score sheet when the big moment arrives. On the other side, Achraf Hakimi should be active all game, and over 1.5 tackles looks like a strong stat line if Morocco spend long stretches defending and trying to contain France's wide threat. Drop a comment down below right now with your exact score predictions and let me know who you think is going to take control of this match. Do you see Mohamed Wabi's squad pulling off the ultimate shocker and making a huge statement on the biggest stage? Or do you think France is going to do what they do best and march right back into the semifinals like a team on a mission? When Wabi took over from Walid Regragui back in March, a lot of people immediately started asking the same question: would Morocco lose the defensive identity that made them so hard to break down? But what has happened since then is even more impressive. Instead of losing who they were, they've grown into a more complete and dangerous team. They still have that organized, disciplined base, but now they're not just sitting deep and waiting for opponents to come at them. Wabi has introduced a high-pressing transition system that gives Morocco a much more aggressive edge. They look sharper when winning the ball, faster when breaking forward, and far more confident in stepping into dangerous areas instead of simply absorbing pressure. That tactical shift has made them harder to predict and a lot more threatening in open play. And they've already shown that this approach works on the biggest stage. First, they stunned the Netherlands in the round of 32, and then they followed it up by completely dismantling Canada 3-0 in the round of 16. Those results weren't just wins, they were statements. Morocco showed they can defend with structure, press with intensity, and punish mistakes with ruthless efficiency. This is the kind of game that can flip in an instant, so I want to hear your thoughts before kickoff. And before you head out, don't forget to smash that subscribe button for more predictions, previews, and match breakdowns just like this one. Gamble responsibly, trust your instincts, and always stay smart with your slips. I'll see you guys in the next video. Good luck with your picks, and may your tickets cash in.